TVS One Make Championship, the girls category. So this is the race one of the TVS One Make Championship girls. The grid position stands with, on P1 is Jagrati Shri from Chennai, on Jagati Shri on P1. Pardon me for wrong spell. It's Jagati Shri from Chennai on P1, Jagrati Kiran on P2 from Kalyan, Maharashtra, and on P4 is Arpita from Mangalore, and on P5 is Nishita from Chennai, and on P5 it is Teresa from Mysore, and P6 is Rakshita Dev from Chennai, and on P7 it's Sanjana, on P8 it's Adeline from Chennai, and on P9 it's Renuka, and on P10 it's Rishika Vijay from Khandala, and on P11 it's Deepika Reddy from Hyderabad, and on P12 it's Simki from Kerala, and on P13 it's Katta Rukmini Sirisha from Bangalore, and on P14 is Ritu Prashant from Mumbai, and on P15 it's Zinga from Maharashtra, and on the last, on P16 is Harita Murali Krishnan. She is not taking a start. I don't see her on the grid. She's not taking a start right now. And it's 1 minute for the start lights to come in. This is the race one of the TVS One Make Championship girls category. The riders have been selected from all across the country. There were selection programs in the month of February 2020 for these girls from Mumbai and from Bangalore, and the top 16 from these selections were top 40 were called into Chennai and then selected the grid. The race lights are now on and the race is on. The race is on. The girls now move towards the turn one, and as the girls move to turn one, it's bike number 10, Jagrati, who's made a move on Jagati Shri and now takes the lead from P2 to P1. The ladies now move on to turn 2, and I still see that bike number 10, Jagrati, leading the pack. Right, the riders are now moving towards turn 3, and on the back straight is Jagrati Kiran Pinikar of Kalyan, who has now taken the lead and moving ahead, followed by Jagati Shri from Chennai, and on third place is Arpita from Mangalore. They've now completed sector 1 and moved towards the sector 2 at turn 4. As they move on to start the second sector, it's Jagrati Shri from Chennai who is leading the pack, followed by Jagati Shri of Chennai and Arpita on third. That's Jagrati Kiran making a lead. She's increasing her gap. The top 3 riders now is Jagrati Shri from Chennai, Jagrati from Kalyan, Jagati Shri from Chennai, and Arpita on third place on bike number 7. Arpita makes a move there. Arpita has now moved to second position. Arpita has moved to the second position, and the race leader continues to be Jagrati Kiran. That's bike number 4, Simki from Kerala. On your screens, leading the pack. The riders now moving towards the S-bend and towards the bridge complex to end the first lap. This is a 6th lap race. The first lap in progress. On your screen, you see the last rider there is Sirisha. The riders now move on to end the first lap, and the race leader is Arpita. Arpita followed by Jagati Shri, and on third place is Rakshita Dev. The riders now move on. The riders now. Oh, there's a rider moving out. Bike number 13 going off track, and the rider is safe there. So viewers, this is an advantage of riding on a racetrack. When you lose control, when you miss your corner, you have sufficient runoff area to run off, and it's a safe zone there. You had sufficient place for her to run off and then drop her bike. You want to enjoy speed, you want to enjoy riding, the best place is to come to a racetrack. All the riders have been selected from across the country and have gone through a 2-day training by TVS Motors Training Academy, and then they've come onto the grid here. As we continue with the second lap, we see that Jagruti has taken the race leader is Arpita. Bike number 10 is Jagruti leading the race, followed by Arpita very closely. And on third place is the race leader currently is Jagruti, followed by Arpita on bike number 7. The close fight on the top 2 position. Both the riders are closely poised there. As the race leader enters the bridge complex, is Jagruti leading, followed by Arpita. The riders now coming to end of second lap at the last corner. That's Jagruti there, followed by Arpita, and on the third place is bike number 8, Rakshita. Rakshita is from Chennai. She started from P6 and moved all the way to P3. And on the riders are now at turn 3. This is the third lap of the race, 3 more laps to go. The riders now moving towards the back straight, and as we see our screen, it's a close battle between Arpita and Jagruti. There's a close battle there. Looks like Arpita and Jagruti are side by side, and Jagruti takes the turn 4, followed by Arpita there. And on the distance at P3 is Rakshita Dev. So our pole position, Jagruti Shri is dropped out of the race. Looks like she is not to be seen in the top 5. The surprising factor out here is the riders now coming on the back straight. The race is led by bike number 10 Jagruti, followed by Arpita on P2. The riders are now completing the sector 2, moving to the third sector, and the front bunch is separated. That's bike number 10 and bike number 7 competing for the first 2 position. On the third position is Rakshita Dev on bike number 8. The riders completing the third lap and entering the fourth lap. That race leader Jagruti, followed by Arpita on P2. It's a very close battle happening for the first 2 places as the leaders move towards turn 1. On your screen is Jagruti on bike 10 and Arpita on bike number 7 competing for the first and the second place there. On third place, the top 2 riders battling very closely as they go to the back straight. On your screen is Simki, and on bike number 4, on bike number 2 is Vrishika Vijay from Kandala. Those are 2 riders there on your screen. So as we mentioned, the grid is filled up from ladies from all across the country. We have riders right from Kerala, Maharashtra and Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh out here. This is the fourth lap and the leaders are now coming towards the back straight. That's the leaders on your screen. Bike number 10 and bike number 7 closely fighting there. The leaders now completing the sector 2 and moving to sector 3, and the race leader is Jagrati, followed by Arpita. The riders now entering the bridge complex, the race leaders. Jagrati there increasing a lead from Arpita and moving away as the rider takes the last corner, coming on to the last lap of the race. We are on the last lap of the race. The leaders have entered the last lap and it's a close battle between bike number 10 and bike number 7. That's Jagrati and Arpita from Mangalore. Arpita trying to make a move as she moves side by side with Jagrati. But no, Jagrati has a better edge on it and she takes on there. So the race leader is Jagrati from Kalyan, Maharashtra, and on P2 is Arpita from Mangalore. That's Simki on bike number 4 and Rishika Vijay from Kandala on bike number 2, fighting for the 6th and 7th place. This is the last lap of the race and the leaders have now completed the back sweep and moving towards the back straight there. The leaders entering onto our screen here. The race leader Jagrati on bike number 10, followed by Arpita, number 7 there. Both fighting very closely in the last lap. And on third place is Jagati Shri, the pole setter. And with a significant gap by the leaders out here. It's a lone battle at the third place, and the first battle is pretty close as the riders come onto the left-hander to enter the bridge complex. Jagrati seems to be comfortably poised there, but Arpita isn't giving up. She's right on the tail. The riders now taking the last corner to take the checkered flag, and it's bike number 10, Jagrati from Kalyan, who takes the checkered flag in the first place, and Arpita from Mangalore finishes second. And on third place is Jagati Shri, the pole setter. On third place is Jagati Shri, the pole setter. And bike number 8, Rakshit Dev finished at 4th place. It's a very good progress by Rakshit Dev from Chennai, who started from P6 and finished on P4. She fought for a while for P3 as well. On 5th place is Teresa from Chennai. Sorry, Teresa from Mysore. And on 6th place is Renuka. And on 7th place finishing is Simki on 8th place. Okay, between bike number 4 and 2, the fight we were seeing, Vrishika finished ahead of Simki and Simki finished 8th place. And on 9th place is Ritu Prashant, and on 10th place it's Zingap. And on 11th place is Sirisha. Sirisha has yet to take the checkered flag. Yep, that's Sirisha taking the 11th place, followed by Nishita, Deepika, Sanjana, and Adeline. Sanjana and Adeline could not finish the race there. That's the end of race 2 of the day, the TVS One Make Championship Girls Race 1. While the riders are on their victory lap coming back into the Park Farm A, let's quickly go through the schedule for the day. We have completed with race 2, the TVS One Make Championship 2020 Girls Race 1. The next race would be MRF, MMSC, FMSCI Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship Stock up to 165cc Novice Race 2. Remember viewers, this was an exciting race yesterday. Ullas from Bangalore winning the race, followed by Nitin and Mohan Babu. So the next race would be the MRF, MMSC, FMSC Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship Stock up to 165cc Novice category with 40 riders on the grid. It would be an exciting race. Please do connect back right on to the next race while we wait for the race winners to come into the Park Farm A. I have my colleague Palni right there at the Park Farm A with his team, awaiting the riders to come. That's Arpita on bike number 7, who finished second in the race, and on bike number 10 is the race winner Jagrati. That's race winner Jagrati. Over to my colleague Palni at the Park Farm A to talk to the winners there. Over to you, Palni.
It was really good. I got a good start and I was leading the race for all the 5 laps, and I had to maintain a defensive line and also a racing line so that other competitors doesn't overtake me. It was a good race.
Yeah, it was very good. I also got a good start actually. I started from third pole, so had to maintain constant pace. I'll do. I'll try better next time. Thank you.
My start was very bad and managed to be in third. Seeing forward for the next race. Thank you.